My name is Megan Lamley. I have over 20,000 hours of sales experience. In today's video, I'm going to talk about exactly how to build sales confidence. So by the end of this video, you can feel confident in the products you're talking about, the offer you're talking about, whether you are a coach, consultant, selling digital products, or you have found yourself in a sales role. I have my laptop here with notes because I want to make sure I stay on track, because my goal in this video is to help you build confidence and understand where confidence comes from. The first thing I want you to understand is that confidence and consistency go hand in hand. A lot of people wait for confidence because they think confidence will come and then I'll go do that thing. Confidence will come and then I'll go meet the love of my life. Confidence will come and then I'll go make $1 million in my business. And actually, the consistency in your actions is how you build confidence. That is why your favorite successful entrepreneur, personal brands, YouTubers, content creators, they are confident in what they do because they have had hundreds, if not thousands, if not millions of reps to get to the place where they are today. So that is something I want you to keep in mind. I did not start out confident in my business. I'm going to insert right here my first ever Instagram story of me selling.
So, I'm just sitting here drinking my coffee, but this is your reminder: if you are a small business owner looking to launch something in the next couple of weeks and you need a little bit of help, click the link in my bio because I built a marketing.
I'm really proud that she made her first investment. I am really proud that she took the action that she did. But everybody starts from a place of zero. And the problem that I see a lot of times when you come into the online space is you see someone like me who has had hundreds of thousands of reps, and you go, I want to sell exactly like you. I want to be confident like you. What do I do? And I come back to this repetition. Repetition and putting reps in is something that I don't see a lot of people talk about in the online space unless they are someone who works in sales or marketing, because there's a lot of talk about practice. Intentional practice is learning a skill such as sales, marketing, copywriting, video, editing, writing captions, and having intentional practice, giving intentional reps. I'm not going to compare this to sports. The best thing I can compare this to in my own personal life is I like to go line dancing. There is a part where you learn the dance and then intentionally practicing it so when you go out to the places that you line dance at, you can perform it. The problem that I see with a lot of people is they learn the dance on the floor while everyone's dancing. With sales and marketing and business, a lot of times you're learning on the fly, but then there is no intentional practice. And with no intentional practice, people are unable to style the dance. They are not able to put the hand flares in or do other things, right? Intentional practice is knowing that on my first 8 count, I'm going to face one wall and I'm going to do one specific move. And then I know by the second 8 count, I should be doing a different move, a different wall. That is how sales and marketing is. And the confidence factor that comes in that so many people crave is there is not intentional practice. There is not intentional role playing. There is not feedback around what you're putting out there, whether or not it works. And there's this new layer that I'm seeing where people are like, I'm doing a ton of outreach. I am sending the messages. I am doing the cold calls. I am finding the people. I'm doing all of these things, but not getting results. And I wouldn't actually count those as reps because you are focusing on the action without the result in mind. Going back to our line dancing example, the goal is to feel good while you do the dance and not have to look around and look at other dancers. Your goal with sales confidence is to be able to confidently talk about your offer and sign a client, not just confidently talk about your offer. That doesn't make sense if you are just talking about your offer and not signing clients. Because if you are not signing clients in your business, you are not making money. Sales is not something you do or you don't do. It's not a personality. Sales confident is not something you have or you don't have. You are going to have to show up and practice. You are going to have to put intentional reps in. But what's holding you back? You may be watching this video and being like, yeah, I watched 10 other videos about sales confidence, but I'm still not doing it. And there's probably 3 things that are holding you back that a lot of my clients before working with me also struggle with. 1, fear. Fear of rejection, fear of being seen, fear of success. What happens when you do all this work and you actually get what you want? And fear doesn't really go away. A lot of people are like, I became fearless. And that's not really the situation. What happens is you understand what fear is. And fear is a top-down experience. It starts in your brain. and goes to your body. And as it's going to your body, your pulse is going to quicken, your mouth's going to start to water, or it's going to go dry. Your muscles are going to tighten because fear has a response. You have fight, flight, or freeze. A lot of business owners flight and freeze. When it comes to sales specifically, they're flighty, where they go out, they do this pitch, they want to sign this client, and then they leave. Or they freeze and they do nothing. You're gonna feel fearful. You're doing something you have never done before. You're doing something that you're not good at. I wasn't good at sales when I started, and I had 4 years of experience. I had already sold t-shirts. I had already worked in sales management. I had already sold memberships. I had sold women's clothing. I had done all these things, but I was still scared. The thing about fear is you're gonna feel it and you're gonna do it anyways. You are going to choose to be brave anyways, because the thing you want is on the other side of fear, and it's on the other side of failure. Failure is interesting because failure is something that you accept in other parts of your life, and you understand you just have to get back up and do it again. There are so many line dances that I have tried to learn and I've yet to learn. They've gone out and done a dance and failed, but failure is just feedback. And when you don't get the result that you want, it's giving you feedback of what is not working and what could be working for you. And when you accept failure in so many other parts of your business, failure is just feedback. So once you move through that fear, that's where we get into the intentional practice. Avoiding practicing is what keeps you stuck. And as someone who not only role plays, but has hosted role playing, it sucks, right? It's not fun. It's actually fucking cringe, if I'm being honest. It is cringy, and it is not the thing that a lot of people want to do, but it makes you feel more confident. And the more you do something, you feel the confidence because you get better at it. It's like working out. You may be adding weight, but knowing what moves to do and confidently doing those moves allow you to show up to the gym, do the workout, and see the results. Knowing the moves I'm going to do in a dance allows me to go to the bar, learn more dances too, because I'm like, oh, that's just like this other part, right? It's just like this other dance. And then I'm able to have the end result, which is to dance and have fun. It can be as simple as that. This last part that holds a lot of people back is belief. And you hear that all the time, right? You got to be your first sale. You got to believe in yourself. But I think it goes deeper. Understanding that belief and consistency and integrity go hand in hand. Integrity is you are going to say something and you are going to do that. Consistency is to do that. And belief is built when you see the results of that consistency. Today, I said I was going to sit down and film some videos and do something I've never done before. YouTube is new to me, but talking long form, creating videos is not new. And the hardest times I've had in my business is when I haven't held myself to a standard where if I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. The other part of this is understanding that consistency factor doesn't have to be daily. It could be Monday, Wednesday, Friday. It could be Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. Saying I'm going to show up and sell my offer today and actually sell my offer. But you have to force yourself. You have the fear. But you want to make money in your business, right? You want to make your first $100,000, $200,000, $300,000, pay for the vacations, enjoy yourself. And that's not going to happen when you don't show up and you don't sell. What do you do now that you're watching this video and you're like, okay, I am pumped up. What do I do? Where do I go? How do I take this and implement it? It's the question you should be asking. The first thing is, what are you going to sell? What are you going to sell for the next 90 days? I want you to pick one product. From that product, list out all the reasons. Pause this video, keep listing them out of why you sell this product. What are the benefits to the customers? How is this going to benefit someone? Check if you're actually doing the work over 90 days. Because if you aren't, it may be time to get more accountable. If you don't know how to sell, it may be time to learn. That's where a lot of people know what to do and don't do it because they don't have accountability, where some people don't know what to do and they can't do it because they don't have the skill. So figuring out if you pick a product and you list it and you're like, I don't know how to sell, it is time to reach out and get support. If you liked this video and you have any requests, let me know. Comment, rate, subscribe, and I will see you in another video. Have a great day.